everyone, welcome to Paper Craft Mix. It's me, Brigitta, and today I have a project share for you for KSCraft, and it is Halloween, guys. It's such a great release. I've already showed you everything, every die set and stamp set in my unboxing video, and this week I crafted with the smaller items from this release, the things that you can embellish the bigger ones with, some bag toppers, etc. It's 30 degrees here, over 30 degrees here in the Netherlands, and I'm crafting Halloween. I love it. I used 3 paper collections this year till now, and that's the Doodlebug design, Sweet and Spooky. From Simple Stories, the Spooky Nights. And I used the Trick or Treat from Creative Craft Lab. So yeah, these are the ones that I am playing with. And let's start. First, the 2026 Halloween sentiments. And yeah, I did show them in my unboxing video and I couldn't read them. And I didn't do my work right because I didn't write them down for you beforehand. But now I've got them out so you can see them all. And I love the font that this one has. It's very easy to put together, and I also really like that the dots of the eye are always connected at KSCraft. I love that. I hope that they will continue doing that. The first one is Eat More Candy. Good, right? I use black cardstock and a glitter white paper for the sentiment. So that's this one. We have Midnight Spells. We have Too Cute to Spook, Spells and Sparkles, Born to be Witchy, and we have Chills, Thrills and Candy Refills. I've changed my setting for filming, and now I have to be mindful that I hold my things in another spot. So that's why you sometimes see me do oh. So yeah, that were the Halloween words. Also in this release are the Halloween cookies. Super cute. I made them like real cookies and I made them just with black. First, the ones that I did as real cookies. So I started just with a brown cardstock, and with my vintage photo oxide ink I went around the edges to give it the baked feeling. And I used just some shimmery paper or glitter paper and plain cardstock. What I did not do is use foam. I've seen several girls use foam for these cookies and that looks really cute. But I also really like to give dimension just by putting 1mm tape between the layers, because then they are not too chunky. And you don't always want to have the chunky embellishments. That gives a lot of weight. Especially if you do card making and you use foam and your card stands up, it will easily fall over. So yeah, that's why I don't do the foam all the time. Here is the witch hat. I didn't decorate them up further because I don't know on which project I'm going to use them. So the detailed embellishment I'm doing later. This is the ghost. Cute, right? Here I didn't put something behind his eyes and his mouth. I think I did do that, yeah. At the other one I'm going to show you in a minute. Look, I have to be more here. I'm sorry for that. So that's this one. You get a nice spider web, 3 dies. Cute, right? And a nice bat, and I could not resist putting the diamond dots as his eyes for extra sparkle. And this is a black glitter cardstock. Love this cardstock for Halloween. Yeah, and as I said, I also did black with orange glitter cardstock. They are so cute. Beautiful embellishments. You can add an eye to them, a loop, and then you can make charms out of them, or just gift labels. Cute, right? Here I did put some white cardstock between his eyes and his mouth before I glued it down. And the last one is the witch hat again. Perfect size for embellishments to put on your bags, on your folios, on your envelopes. I just love them. And easy and quick make to do. Then we go to the Halloween tags. You get 2 tags with different dies, and they are so nice. I did show them to you, and that is the labels where you have the highlight in the die sets for your font. So I used black cardstock for the base layer, then the striped design paper on top, and then I did use 2 layers of black cardstock, or no, one layer of white cardstock and then a black layer with the top one, because the top die has these cutouts that look like you did the accents with your white gel pen. But you don't have to do that, that's the top layer die. I love this die, it's such an easy make, and it's just a beautiful sentiment, and you don't have to use them as gift labels, because the sentiments you can use on their own on every other project. I love this. I didn't attach any twine or things to it. I will do that when I know where I'm going to put them on. I also did a Pastelloween version with purple and yellow behind it, so my highlight is yellow. And because it's quite a big font, you see you can embellish on top of it with smaller items. So the little ghost I bought last year, that is just nail art pieces. And this year I bought these cute spiders. They come in a pack with different colors, gold, silver, black and blue. And they are really nice to put on top of your projects. And I thought it fit perfect here on these sentiments. So you've been booed and no tricks, just treats. So if you do swapping Happy Mail for Halloween, this one is is necessary for your stash, I think. So that are the Halloween tags. Then we go to the treat banner bag topper. There are 2 bag toppers in this release. The other one I still have to make, but I did make the treat banner bag topper, and this is how it came out. I did 2 of them. This is the first one. I used cardstock and design paper, and then I popped up the yellow part just with 3D tape. And the sentiment I kept simple, just plain with the glitter cardstock. I did decorate with stickers from the paper collection that I was using, the one from Doodlebug. And here is the other one. Here I glue down everything flat, but I did cut out the sentiment with foam to give it dimension, and as well some embellishments from the paper. And I think they both look really nice. The word candy, the word treats, not only for Halloween, you can use this for Christmas, for every season you are crafting for. And it's just a really nice bag topper. Do I have an example here where I can put it on? Yes. Look, here I have a stamp set. And how cute does it look with these kind of bag toppers. And if you leave the word out, you can use this banner bag topper with all the other things and use it for any other occasion. But it's also really nice if you leave the word off to use all these cookies, for example, on them. There's so much, you have so much options with this die set. Then, this one was the one I started with and I had too much fun. It's the Halloween 3x3 card. You get the envelope and you get a 3x3 card in the spider web form. I will show it to you. And what I also used on 2 of them are these stamps with the dies that belong to them. So you stamp them out, cut them out with 1 die, and then you have another die set for your base layer. And I did use them on my envelope, so you will see it in a minute. Here are my 2 envelopes, how they turned out. What I did is it cuts out this bed in your flap of your envelope. What I did is I also did that out of black cardstock and glued that here. So when it's closed, you see the black bat wing. You see a lot more of the detail. Here on the outside you see 2 of the sentiments from the set I just showed you. Fright Night, enter if you dare. And on top of it I decorated with the ephemera from the paper collection. And then on the inside, on this one, I made the 3x3 spiderweb cards. Cuts out really easy, just fold it together and use all the layering dies to make this cute spider web. I did die cut out a spider from my stash and added a sticker from the paper collection again. But it's just cute, you have just enough room to write in your message. Here is the negative one of the of the envelopes that I did. I kept it and used it here, glued it here. I thought I didn't want to throw it out, so. And yeah, it stands nicely and it's just a perfect 3x3 card for your Happy Mail. So that's the one. And then for the other envelope, I just made one myself by just cutting it with my paper trimmer and corner round here. And on top I decorated with this hexagon. That's from a snowflake doily set from KSCraft, an older one from last year or the year before. There's a big one and a small one, and the layering piece that goes on top from the smaller one is this. And I used the spider web. The spider web is from the cookies that I just showed you, and also this one is from the cookies. Again, embellished with the spider and with the cutout bed from this one. And it says Boo Crew. So yeah, it's really easy and nice to do to make the small 3x3 cards. And with this die set you have a beautiful envelope to put them in. So yeah, I could make heaps and heaps of these cards. I just love that. That's that one. Then we go to bows. There are two kind of bows in this release. There are the Bat Wings bow and these are the ghost bows. This one comes in one pack. This one says big, so you have to check on the website if it's a one pack or if you have to buy them separately, because there's a bigger one and a smaller one. I forgot to check that. By the way, there were last week some problems with the European links to the web shop. I don't know if anyone has noticed, but I could not put the European links in my description box, in my post. It's solved now, so everything is available on KSCraft, on AliExpress, and I think also a lot of items on Amazon. I cannot check that. That's the one site that I cannot reach from here. Only the Amazon Netherlands. But yeah, so the AliExpress shop up to date now, and also if you live in Europe, there are now links. I will put them in the description box that will take you to the website, to the direct product. So yes, I wanted to say that. Here we have the Bat Wing bows. I made the smaller one and the bigger one. On both sets you get the Batman hat. On the smaller one I didn't do that because I want you to see the detail. The top layer you also have for the web layer. I think that then you know what I mean. I cut it out of the light gray. You also have it for the middle piece of your bow. So a lot of detail. And you can add on the hat if you want. So for both sizes you have the hat. Really nice. And yeah, you can use it like this, but you can also use it like this. Just what you like, what you prefer. Alternate them. Super nice bows. I did them just in dark gray and light gray. So I can add it to almost any paper collection that I have from Halloween. Love it, and really easy to put together. What did I do? This is really fine die cutting. You see, it cuts like butter. And what I did is I added double-sided tape to the back of my light gray cardstock and then cut it out in one pass. It cuts through both of them. But that really does make it easier for you to glue down, because if you do this with wet glue, you have to be quick and it's a whole lot of wet glue on really tiny pieces. So yeah, just put your double-sided tape on the back to make your life a lot easier. The other bows are the ghost bows, and my lord, look. These are so adorable. So the backing of your bow is this cute ghost, a long one. Here you can see it a bit better. You have the layering pieces, so you have a die for the base of your bow. So this is one layer. On top, what I did with the white glitter cardstock, it's another die. So you have the details of his face or her face. Then you have the bow die and you have the layering die with the stitching to go on top. I used all of the dies. And you also get a big and a small bow with the die set to decorate the top of the hair, or here I did it like the male version. On the other one I didn't use them. I took my spiders again to put in the middle of the centers. But there is just a die for your middle part of your bow. But I hardly use that. I most of the time add something on the inside, like a pearl, a gemmy, or in this case the spiders. And I did another pair, and that's this one. Again, spiders. And I glued my spiders because they are not really that flat on the back. I glued them with my, how is it called again? With the glossy accents from Ranger that glues anything to anything. So yeah. Cute, right? Now I have so many embellishments to use on the bigger dies from the release. The last thing I'm going to show you are the Halloween paper clips. I've made 2 sets. One set I'm going to show you, and the other one is already in the folio that I made and showed in another video that's already on my channel. I will put a link to that one as well if you haven't seen it. So here you have your paper clips. I love them. I made them sturdy by also doing layers. So I did 2 layers of cardstock glued together and then the design paper on top, but that as well 2 layers. So yeah, everything is 2 layers to make them sturdy, to give a little bit more of dimension. Of course you can use your foam, I didn't do that. Here I decorated inside his eyes with the diamond dots. This one as well, use the diamond dots again. And this cute spook I decorated with small spiders from my stash. This one comes also with a die set from this release. I don't know which one. I think with the charms probably. Cute, right? These are so nice for your flip books, for your folios, for your journals. Yeah, love it. Now I'm going to put them a little bit aside and then I'll show you the last set of paper clips that I made in my folio. Because that's why I made the folio for, to put the embellishments in that I made. So this is the one I did with the A2 folio set from KSCraft. Again, if you want the details on this folio, go check out that video. But it flips open and here I have a big flip. And look, here I already attached 3 of the paper clips to it. And for these ones I used the white glitter cardstock again. Love it. Didn't decorate those up extra, only here with the diamond dots on the eyes of the bat. Cute, right? So, and now I can add embellishments here as well. For example, the cookies or the bows or the sentiments. I will fill it up later on and then show you when it's all done. I think here I'm going to put in the charms that I still need to make, because these are just really tiny and undeep pockets. We will see, but yeah. This one will be filled up through the weeks while I am crafting with the new release from Hannah. Go check out the store. There's also a bundle available with most of the dies from this release. With the bows are on the inside, the cookies. Yeah, it's really a lot of fun dies from this release. So go check it out. I will put all the links in the description box as always. They're now working, so yeah, go take a look. I hope you will be back for my next video. I will be crafting on and on with the Halloween release. Love it. And I'm very curious what you think of it. Let me know and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.